Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Knowing how to wield a knife in the kitchen helps prevent injury and can speed up your cooking. Here to show us how to cut like a pro, we welcome professional cooking instructor Katie Cook. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank
you for having me.
The tools required for safe and efficient chopping and cooking.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where do we start? Is there a basic knife that we do most of our chopping with?
Yes, the knives that we have right close to us, these are the ones that we're going to use today, is our 10-inch chef knife. You know, there's also paring knives, but those are going to be for really small jobs. This is kind of like a vegetable knife. I know, I saw you make that face. That's what you're using for most things,
well, no,
isn't it?
I totally am. I totally am. Almost everything I cut at home is that little paring knife.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of these.
It's going to be way more efficient. It's all about how you hold the knife.
Okay.
That's what's going to make a difference as far as safety. But this is going to allow you to do other things. Are you doing like butternut squash with your paring knife?
No.
Okay.
I promise. Just like bell peppers and cucumbers, like my kids' snacks. I basically go for that one.
This is going to go so much faster for you.
I'm here to learn. Thank goodness you're here.
Yeah. I do want to be clear, because I had been talked to a little bit about bread knives. Bread knives are for bread, like specifically. But please don't use them on tomatoes. It makes them turn faster.
That's bad.
Yeah. The more cell structure damage that you do, that continues exponentially. So that's why, like, if you use a like a serrated knife, they call them tomato knives now. It's kind of a marketing thing.
Oh, interesting.
By the time, like, it'll look beautiful on the platter when you're putting it out for your barbecue.
Oh, so it doesn't make a huge mess.
But then by the end, they'll just be mush.
Okay.
They'll just be mush.
Okay.
So using a nice sharp knife.
It's about the long game on the tomato slicing.
Definitely.
Okay, good to know.
Definitely. So the way that we're going to start is how you hold your body.
Yes.
So you want to be on 2 feet, hips width apart, and you want to be nice and close to your cutting board, right in front of that. And then if you need to bend over, I am not very tall, but there are other people that are. You want to hinge at your hips rather than like hunching.
It's like lifting weights. You gotta protect your back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're going to pinch the blade of your knife with your thumb and your finger like this, and wrap your other 3 fingers around the handle.
Okay.
Yes. That's perfect.
I'm so nervous.
That's beautiful. Don't be scared.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
I have confidence.
I
believe in me.
It can sense your fear.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Your other hand, you're going to make a bear claw.
Okay.
Okay? And then you're going to turn that kind of sideways. A lot of chefs rest their blade on their knuckle so that you don't even have to really look at what they're doing.
Wow.
But that's not you.
That's for the professionals.
You are going to be eyes on the prize.
I'm using a paring knife on cucumbers. I'm starting from scratch.
Yes.
Okay.
Another thing to note is that your arms are going to be at an angle, like a 45-degree angle, because that's how arms go.
Okay.
A lot of people, I think just because for humans, like, straight parallel lines are visually pleasing.
Seems nice, yeah.
You like take a step back like this so you can kind of line up your knife with the edge of your cutting board. But you got to remember that you are in charge of the pepper. You are in charge of the onion. You, my friend, are at the top of the food chain.
I'm in charge.
As they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to start with an onion.
This is hard. Onions are hard to chop.
Do you want to start with something?
No, I'm with you. I'm on this journey. I trust you.
I was like, we can be there. Okay, so sprout end, root end.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna cut off the sprout end by doing what I call landing the plane.
Okay.
So your knife is parallel to the cutting board, and you're going forward and down.
Forward. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to cut forward and down to take my sprout off, and that's gonna make my onion flat.
Okay.
Right?
Makes sense.
Yes, these are all good things. And then I'm going to cut right through the root end of my onion.
Okay.
So now I have 2 flat pieces, and you're going to get one of these.
Okay, great.
Let me peel this bad boy for you.
Is it better to peel the outside when you're cutting into an onion? Does that help with the tear factor, or is it just you're getting rid of the garbage, basically?
You're getting rid of, it's compost.
Compost.
Or a product for stock.
Yes.
Because you can use this for stock as well. So then, here, you're going to take this one. And you're going to have the root end going away from you.
Okay.
I'm going to do it, and then you're going to do it.
Okay.
Okay? So, this is already in layers. We don't need to cut in this way, because Mother Nature did that for us.
Okay.
Okay?
I think I learned to do that a long time ago.
Yeah, we don't want to
That
be
was bad.
taking the knife toward our hand
Okay.
as much as possible.
See?
And then, so what I'm going to do now to get the most even pieces, because we cut things in a consistent way so that they cook in a consistent way.
Okay.
Also, it's just prettier.
Yeah.
Food should be visually pleasing as
Yeah.
well. So I'm going to cut in towards the center, going all the way around, and then when I get over here, I'm going to move my bear claw hand to the other side
Okay.
to get those last few pieces.
Okay.
The idea is everything is going to stay attached to my root end.
the
That's
root.
why I don't take it off. That way I don't have to like chase all the pieces around my board.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to cut in towards the center, not going all the way through. It's one of the reasons why a lot of these chef knives are curled up at the end. Besides this rocking motion, I think the French kind of did it for onions too, because if I cut forward and down like this, you can see like my knife is pretty much flat against the board, but the tip of my knife is like way up and over the root.
Yeah.
Because if I stop back here, like back here, that's that whole underside that isn't
Okay,
being cut.
okay.
See what I'm saying?
So you can, yeah, pretty much send your knife that direction without going all the way through.
Exactly. Okay. So now I'm getting over here. It's
Yep.
starting to get kind of scary for my guide hand. So I'm going to
Okay.
flip my hand to this side to get those last couple cuts.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pinching and I'm curling these and I'm bear claw down
Yes.
diagonal. Oh, see, did you see I'm already going back and
You
forth?
don't, I was
That's
like,
bad.
you don't need to saw. It's a nice sharp knife.
Okay. Okay. How
No
do you
pressure.
prevent the sawing? It's like a natural instinct I have to saw it.
That's because you need to have
'Cause
your
I'm
knife sharpened.
nervous?
So
Okay.
yeah, tilt,
Tilt.
go back.
Okay.
And then I want you to move your hand to the
Over
other
here?
side. Yeah, and you can use your thumb to kind of hold this piece
this
in place.
piece, okay.
Yeah. You're
Everything
doing
is
it.
fine. It's under control. Wait, I shouldn't do that. I crisscrossed my thumb over the top of the knife. That was
I was
bad.
like,
Yep. I
Yeah.
already knew
Wonderful.
it. Oh, I did it again. I did it again.
That's
I'm so
okay.
nervous. Okay. Mine looks kind of like yours.
kind of.
Kind
It's
of.
very close.
Okay.
So now we're gonna, if I wanted it to be in strips, not julienne. Julienne is like a very specific measurement.
Okay.
But if I wanted it to be in strips for like a salad or something, or pickled red onions, I would just cut my root off and
Okay.
then I'm done.
Yum.
Okay. Now, instead, I'm gonna turn it this way for the dice.
Okay.
And now all I have to do is use that same bear claw position to hold the pieces together so
Yep.
they don't splay out and get weird. And then you're gonna land your plane again.
Land the plane.
Yeah.
We're going forward and down, and that's it.
Yes.
No, we're not going back and
And then we
forth.
have these
Okay.
nice even pieces. Now, when it gets kind of scary, right? You're just gonna flip it down on its face like that.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I see.
Yeah, and then you can cut off these pieces and there's still gonna be that same
Okay.
even
Can
slice.
I dive in here?
Yeah,
Pinch,
get it.
curl fingers, bear claw, land the plane. Don't go back and forth. Land the plane.
Look at you.
Oh, this is
And if
very
you
efficient.
start-
Oh no!
What I want you to do
Okay.
is start kind of like here rather than with the tip of the knife. Like most of the cutting we do is with the
Yeah.
middle and back of the knife, not with the tip.
Okay. I lost part of my onion.
is your
but
first time.
It's okay.
This is
Okay,
your
and
first
I'm
time.
gonna flip it,
It takes practice.
and then we're going here, and we're going here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I would like to note
It's kind of messy.
that no one is crying right now.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that's it's because your knife is sharp.
So that's what it is.
That's what it is. The more
What a
cell
mystery.
structure damage you do, I'm going to help you clean this up. The
Okay.
more cell structure damage you do to the onion, the more
Oh.
sulfur-based gas is released, and then that sulfur mixes with the saline in your eyes and makes sulfuric acid, which is why you're like fine, and then you're fine, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's because that sulfuric acid is actually causing the cells on the surface of your eyeball to explode.
Okay, chemistry lesson. If
Right?
we have 2 minutes left, do we have time to, maybe I'll just watch you do one more chop so I don't overdo
Yeah.
it. I
We
don't want to
can-
go too fast.
You're fine. I'm going to do a bell pepper,
Okay.
and then I think we'll have some time for some
Perfect.
basil. So I like to do cut off the top, cut off the bottom,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go down the side like that. And then I'm going to cut out my
Yeah,
core.
this is so much more efficient than my paring knife at home.
Right? And all of this, the top and bottom are still totally great, but this way, I have this nice long flat piece. You see, there is a theme.
It's like it was designed that way.
Almost like that. Almost like that, my friend.
Wow. Those look perfect.
like I said, years of practice. It should also be noted that I was cutting on the inside of the pepper rather than the skin side.
Okay.
That'll help you get through it a lot faster.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll cut these into strips later.
Okay,
We're gonna
great.
use that another time.
We have 1 minute left.
Okay. Chiffonade.
Oh, man.
Because that's super fun.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stack some of these basil leaves together.
Smells so good.
And I'd really only do like 4 or 5 at a time.
Sure.
Because otherwise the pressure will cause the basil to bruise and oxidize.
Okay.
And all I'm gonna do is roll it up.
Nice.
And then,
oh, so teeny tiny.
yeah, you want it to go as like a garnish on top of your pasta.
I'm like craving a caprese salad now smelling this. It smells
But
so
now
good.
you have like basil confetti.
That's so nice.
Yay!
Oh, thank you for coming and teaching me.
It's my pleasure.
I'll need some help, so
You were wonderful.
we'll talk soon.
You can come to one of my full classes.
Thank you, Katie. It was
There
great
you
to
go.
meet you. We'll have
Thank
more
you.
information on our website at katu.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.